And yes, Naruto, we are going to do it live. According to Naruto, there's no sound. So I'm talking for no reason. Apparently. Nope, I hear audio. There's audio.
Yay.
There's audio, Naruto. So I want to welcome everybody who's new to our live stream here at AVADirect Studios. Again, we usually do the live stream every Friday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You probably recognize us if you saw us at PAX. But for those of you that don't know, my name is Joe.
I'm Zach.
And Zach here is our production supervisor, and I am the sales and marketing
assistant
manager. Assistant.
We don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Oh, we don't have to go into semantics, man. I mean,
I feel it's important.
This is a friendly stream for all of you to see. So typically, the way that it works is we usually talk about industry tech news and some gaming news, but we felt like this would be a great opportunity to kind of recap our experiences at PAX East. We've been doing the PAX conventions for about 4 years now. Wasn't something
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it wasn't something that we usually did. We did a lot more business-oriented conventions like IETSEC and FOSSI for years, especially because we had a lot of government contracts and clientele that urged us to do so. So it was a great honor and a really fun time going to all these PAX exhibits for like the past 4 years. It's not something that I feel like we're going to stop doing. In fact, you might see even more of us.
Yeah, this was my first time. It was definitely a blast.
Oh, Pop Joe Cherry. All right.
It's quite fun.
So I'm going to welcome everybody that I see who's new to the live stream in our chat, old and new. So I want to say hello to Shibaito Kaiso, Dirk's Goat. Hello, Harudu. Nice to see you again. Yella. Hi, Alien Icon. And who else? We have Hazik. Hi. Hello. And Wumbly Games. Hey there. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. So, as the tag says, this is also part of our giveaway that we're doing on the Outer Worlds theme build that we had at PAX, built by this guy.
Me.
Right over here. That is going until April 20th.
That wasn't a mistake.
The system is green.
It's easy to remember. Yes.
The
green PC is being given away on 420.
No, not a coincidence at all. But dude, it was meant to be given away. So we're gonna give it away, and it's valued at $4,500. Most of you will probably snicker at that due to the fact that it has an RTX 2070 in it. Bear in mind, there is an Intel Optane SSD that retails for like $2,100. So that's like the major reason. So if you opt out of that, it's a $2,000 gaming PC. Still a nice gaming PC. I wouldn't say no to winning it, right? So one of the coolest things that I've ever seen, though, as far as experiencing and running a booth at a PAX event happened to us. Isn't that right, Zach?
Oh, yes. there were quite a few cool things that happened, but my favorite was one of the developers for the Outer Worlds actually came up and was talking about potentially purchasing a few systems if we could reproduce it. And I was like, of course, absolutely. I'll change things too. I mean, I would consider this mod relatively tame, so
yeah,
I'm willing to do whatever they want. It would be awesome to do that.
Yeah,
I fangirled a bit.
No, it was great. Like
I hugged Joe like as soon as he walked off. I'm like, oh my god, that just happened.
It was the greatest bro hug that I've experienced in a long time. And it was interesting too because I'm coming down from the escalators from the main lobby after like getting some snacks, and I saw a gentleman standing there with Zach, and he was wearing an Outer Worlds hoodie. And it was the only time I'd seen anybody wearing an Outer Worlds hoodie, and it was the kind of Outer Worlds hoodie that implied that you may be working for Obsidian on this. So like I rushed down the escalator, and as soon as Zach saw me, he's like, bird timing, this guy, Outer Worlds, nice build, woo, hee. So that happened. Really
accurate
nice guy.
Reenactment.
really nice guy. I'm going to jump to some of the comments real quick before we get too deep to be able to backtrap. Hello, Reyes Reigns. Yes, and I mean, I was thrilled to be able to meet somebody at a studio. I'd done some work with gaming studios before, but it was always discussion over the phone. So to be able to actually meet somebody in person was an honor and a great experience. Damn, Zach. Hey, girl. Do you know Yella?
I do.
You do. Hey, girl.
That's Haley.
Oh, it's a cat call. Hey, girl. Ow, 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 ow. Thanks for the compliment, Dirk's Goat. He says, amazing production by a PC company. We put a lot of time and effort into the studio, It's about 70% of what I would like it to be as of right now. You notice we're using these close-up mics. I'd like to be able to use mics that capture room space in the future, but it requires you to have an environment to where you can control the way that sound travels, and we're not quite there yet, but we will. Being as that I'm an individual that has somewhat of a background in audio engineering, I know what it takes. It's a lot of work when done right. Not quite the same as some of the YouTube videos you can find of people like in a tiny room, and they're like, this is my voice without audio production foam in it. And then they do it again. Like, this is my voice with audio foam in it, or soundproofing foam. So I wish it were that easy, but we'll get there eventually.
Rurudo was asking if the Outer Worlds, if that's the Bethesda people that left to make their own gaming studio. No, Obsidian's been their own thing. That's kind of, so they were the original owners of the Fallout IP. And
so they were Interplay then.
Yeah.
You're saying
they were Interplay at
Interplay.
one point in time.
Gotcha.
They made Fallout 1 and 2, and then they sold the rights to Fallout to Bethesda, and Bethesda made 3, and then they helped out and made New Vegas, and then Bethesda was like, okay, you're done. We don't want your help anymore. So now they're like, okay, well, we need something new to do, and I think that's how the Outer Worlds came to be a thing.
Oh, wow. Hi, Corey. Corey says hi from Facebook and Gunbuster DX on YouTube. My house in childhood was number 420. Never realized it back then. Dude, it's total mind blow. Bruh. Rudo also asked a good question. How different is it working with consumers instead of business to business? So consumers...
It's a whole world of difference.
It is. The biggest difference is that most of the time when you speak to a consumer, when they're interested in buying a PC, they're not ready to buy right then and there. So a lot of it is maintaining interest, if I'm talking about it from a business sense. But from a personal sense, it's answering a lot of questions. I explain things in layman's terms because of the way that I grew up learning about PCs. I understood things in my own terms, so it's really easy for me to explain things in layman's. And then I learned the technical aspect of everything after that.
Yeah, so definitely in the same boat.
Yeah. So we went from back in the day when I first started working for AVADirect at 2008. I went from having to basically explain like what components do now to how those components affect performance in a variety of different use case scenarios. So that's mainly what I have to do for consumer sales is like finding the value in things. One thing I do regardless of whether it's consumer or a business sale is if I feel like that they're asking for something that's unrealistic in any way, shape, or form, or that they don't know what they're asking, I try to be as blunt as possible without coming off as rude, obviously. But if it's like someone saying, hey, I want to buy a video editing workstation that can handle Redshift and Octane, my budget's $3,000. I'm going to go, hey, look, I can build you a workstation that's going to work in Octane and render and Redshift for $3,000, but for the kind of results you're looking, you usually have to start investing like around $5K or a little more. It makes a big difference in a lot of ways. So businesses too, once you develop a business solution for a business, and it's something that they're going to continuously purchase, whether it's workstations for customers, clients, or internal use. I have a lot of clients that they just buy the same thing over and over until there's a new refresh in chipset or CPUs.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that's the huge difference in the production side of things.
Yeah. I mean, you can
for businesses, we pretty much have like a set cookie cutter that we do, and then for customers, it's always like we use a lot of our own judgment for how to build that PC because it's almost never the same.
Yeah, Zach can contest. There's a company I've been doing business with since 2012, and we build systems that they use in these giant gargantuan machines that are in factories, and it's the same system every single time, but with refreshes. We actually started building them in batches to like handle demand because it went from them buying a couple of PCs from us here and there to I get usually purchase requests for 6 at a time or more, sometimes multiple times per month. So that's something that a lot of people don't know about us. There's probably a decent amount of competitors out there that sell to more end users per week, but we ship just as many PCs per week selling to less end users because it's a combination of consumers and businesses. So we can ship a couple hundred PCs a week on average. No problem because it's something we're used to doing. So let's go back to some more comments real quick. I'm fangirling over Zach right now. Alien Icon.
Getting all sorts of interesting comments. A-Dubs TV. I'm loving Zach's sauce on my laptop.
Oh, Zach.
The
Zach
liquid
Finelli
metal. I hope
sauce.
you're talking about the liquid metal.
Zach Finelli sauce. I was told to lift my mic up a little bit, so I don't know what to do with my hands now.
Just
Though.
stuff it up in there.
Just stuff it in.
Get it in.
To the stuffing mines. Is that better? Okay. Oh, don't mind me. I know nothing. Weasley. Oh, Weasley. Gave out false information. Outer Worlds is that the Bethesda people left to make their own gaming studio.
Oh, you're way behind.
Well, I'm just going through everything. Now, in the case like this version of the res being where it is liquid and then spiral and liquid, well, there's a couple of different ways that you can apply liquid metal. I've always just spread it, but a really thin layer. Unlike thermal paste, it has a much less thickness to be able to make contact with heat sinks.
Liquid metal is interesting because you're working with surface tension. Like the application depends on surface tension. It doesn't stick. It doesn't spread very easily until you actually like get it into place.
Yeah. I mean, but it's easy to work with unless it's surrounded. Whatever your application is surrounded by a lot of diodes or VRMs, things that you can bridge. I delidded a 14-core processor last year, and when I installed everything on my PC, only half my memory was showing up.
Good times.
So the individual I was speaking with was like, dude, when you put the liquid metal, you could have bridged connections. I've done it, so your memory controller is probably geeking out right now. I took off the heat spreader and checked, and my application was a little messy, but it wasn't that bad. Turns out that I had the memory set at a speed that the motherboard didn't care for. So I did all that work for nothing.
But, I mean, speaking of that, though, that's exactly why when we do liquid metal here, we use RTV to isolate anything that could potentially come into contact just in case.
So Mr. Something Basic says he needs one. Well, you can get one if you really want. You live in Philadelphia. Where are we at? We are in Twinsburg, Ohio, so we're about... Philadelphia is about 5-6 hours from you. Because you're like in the corner of Pennsylvania by New Jersey, I think, right? Is that where Philly is? Man,
Do I look like a map?
I never. You're the map. You're the map. You're the map. You're the map.
I'm the map.
You're the map. Oh, great. Now Brooke's pulling up a map for me now. So, I never claimed to be awesome in geography. Just saying. So the distance of AVADirect custom computers to Philadelphia is 6 hours. Wow. Look at that.
6 hours or 407 miles. Is that what that says?
And I GPS everything, so maybe that's how I knew. Divine Dragoon, hello Divine Dragoon, welcome. Says, I wish I had a car, and if it worked for you guys, I just live south of you guys, but far without a car. Well, I mean, if you get a car, dude, send us your resume at careers@avadirect.com. Like, we're always interested in seeking out opportunity and employment in that regard.
Yeah. New talent's always welcome.
It is, especially since the company has taken an entirely new and fresh direction as far as capabilities and services go compared to where I was prior. So custom to me...
Yeah, we're done with the casual stuff.
Yeah, custom to me back in circa 2008 was, you can pick any part you want and we'll build a system with it. Custom now is, okay, you want what painted and what surface and what finish and where do you want us to put a window and how do you want us to mount the radiator vertically? Like,
or you want a computer mounted inside of what?
I mean, sir, if you want us to build a PC inside of a bread box, we can do that, but I'm kind of questioning the visual appeal of a bread box PC. That's kind of how that conversation would go.
Why not a lunchbox?
A Fallout lunchbox or a purple Joker lunchbox because that's what I had when I was in elementary school. Yeah, I got teased a lot because they're like, it's not even Batman. I'm like, it's the Joker.
Yeah, look who's laughing now. Joker's the cool thing.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of which, I'm assuming everybody who's watching the stream, and yourself included, you've seen the Joker commercial or the new trailer?
One? I haven't.
With Joaquin Phoenix?
I've seen some pictures here and there, but I haven't actually watched the trailer or anything.
Oh, yeah? North Canton? Do you actually live within the vicinity, Divine Dragoon, where our salesman Kyle lives? He drives an hour here every day.
I border North Canton.
Yeah, there you go. You live in Green.
Yup.
Green. PC in a shoe, A-Dub says. We're going to build a PC in a shoe. What size shoe? Because I could grab like a child's 5 shoe and like that's...
a size 9 heel.
We're going to build a heel PC. And it's going to be sponsored by DSW. And then we're going to charge like way more than we should for it because it's DSW. Build me a PC in a trash can and then sue Apple because I thought of it first. I mean, wait, you mean they weren't selling a trash can that was actually a PC?
I don't think anybody could tell the difference. It's Apple.
I've had people call me back in the day, by the way, when they started selling that and said that they were specifically going PC because they refused to buy a trash can that had an Apple logo on it. That's kind of how I assume a decent amount of Apple users are. They're just so stuck on everything visually, and that's probably somewhat of a selling point. That when you deviate from that, they're like, no.
That's 100% what it is, because that's how the software is, that's how the product is, that's what it is. It's all about the visual.
Says, I am way more interested in what it's going to be about than ever. Says, VanZan27. Hello, VanZan27. You are new. Finally made a product that looks like what it is. Yeah. Surprise. I've said time and time and again that the direction Tim Cook was taking and things was going to leave Steve Jobs rolling over in his grave. Which, at this point, he's probably like 15 feet over from doing backwards somersaults. I would imagine.
His coffin has started migrating.
He made the coffin that we didn't know we needed yet. So even after death, he is a pioneer. It is a coffin that senses your absent heart rate and then just animates you as need be.
Sounds fancy.
I mean, at my funeral...
So when you need to roll over in your grave, your coffin will take care of it for you.
Yeah, but you know, I've always had this opinion that like at my funeral, I want to try and make it like enjoyable and not somber. So part of it is like string me up like a marionette and like dance me to music at the end of it.
I'd go just to see that.
Yeah, exactly. And you'd probably laugh. That's what I want. I don't want people to like be sad. Like talk about my funeral like it was something that is completely unusual, because it would be. Unlike Hunter S. Thompson that wanted to be shot out of a cannon over the Grand Canyon, right? I think is what it was. Mm-hmm. And he did it. He instructed Johnny Depp to do it, and Johnny Depp did it, and then they paid like a $50,000 fine for doing it. Something along that lines. It's
worth it.
That's real friendship, though.
Like, hey, okay, what is the technicality of that fine, though? Because you know it's not a fine for someone being shot over the Grand Canyon. I mean, the government's not prepared for that.
No, like,
did they use like a fine for like an aircraft? Like, how does that work?
Brutus says, I want the Star Trek party funeral. And VanZan27, yeah, I want mine to be a party. Littering. It's just nothing but like confetti and glitter. I would want to have like a sermon like book in front of everybody, and at one point like the priest opens the book and they're just all glitter bombed. And then I just want like the priest to laugh and point at everybody and scream, "Joke's on you," and then like the party starts.
You know what I want for my funeral? I want to be turned into a case mod and put me on display.
This is the future of Finelli Technics. Like, describe exactly how you'd want your body to be a case. Like, where would we put the motherboard? What would cool the CPU, and how would we cool the CPU?
I feel like it would be something like the mod we saw at Mod My Mods at PAX, where they had like the Alpha Cool heart and like the lungs were radiators.
So you just want us to jam like a pump in your chest cavity, and then
yeah.
I would want
do some sort of twist though. I got to be unique. The fact that it's a real skeleton isn't enough. I mean, maybe not even a skeleton. You could leave my organs in there and repurpose them.
A Scream Holy on YouTube says probably discharging a weapon. Yeah. You got to use PC parts from the year he was born. Yes. When were you born?
1993.
Oh man, so like a Celeron.
I don't even know.
Like an IBM processor. Like an AMD slot processor with a Voodoo FX graphics card and 256 megs of memory.
Voodoo FX.
3DFX.
Dude, why don't they name them cool like that anymore?
Because NVIDIA, Zach. That's why. NVIDIA bought...
It's boring numbers now.
I know. And it's so confusing. The numbers are so confusing.
I know, they don't follow any sort of like normal hierarchy, so what's the point of using numbers? Just go back to naming them things.
And you should name them things. It was fun when things were named. Like
AMD still kind of does it.
I also remember that like before I completely understood the performance differences between graphics cards when I was younger, that I always thought Radeon cards were better just because their marketing was better. Like they had Ruby, you know, and their boxes look cool and their graphics cards look different. I'm like,
oh, Ruby.
I've always wanted to buy a Radeon card because it just looks better.
Is that just because you like red hair girls? Is that
no, no? Stop that! Stop it! Ooh, taxiderm. Yeah, I mean
names like Pascal and Maxwell don't count. Well, that's not like the name. main name. That's like the overarching
Stop it, Alien
like,
Icon. You stop
name.
it. Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying like Pascal and Maxwell. Those are like code names. They weren't like they're not publicly faced. I mean, they are, but they're not. They're not the main focus. Like Voodoo FX, that was the card. Now it's like the cards are RTX 2080 Ti and whatnot.
What if Lisa Sue comes out with red hair at Computex? I would assume it's some sort of collaboration with something.
Lisa Sue's hot regardless. She's smart.
You hear that? Hot. You hear that? AMD representatives who may be watching the stream. Awkward.
Only awkward if you make it awkward.
This is true. Don't make it weird. But
okay.
But Lisa Sue, don't make it weird. Stop it. Shh. Shh. Your voice is ruining it. AMD shield confirmed. I'm telling the forums. Speaking of forums,
there's already someone made a GIF a long time ago when I bought a what was it, a 980 Ti, and it was in the classroom, and it was let's see, Lisa Sue passed back a note to Raja, and Raja passed back a note to me, and then I opened it up and it said trader, and I looked up and like Lisa Sue was making an ugly face. So someone's gonna dig that GIF up now, and that's what they're gonna send to me.
Corey Thiesing on Facebook says the Wendy's lady. That's what Lisa Sue is. I mean, what flavor Frosty would she enjoy? It's the real question. And why doesn't Wendy's have strawberry Frosties?
I don't know.
Why? Find out.
I'm not really that concerned because I don't want a strawberry Frosty, and maybe that's why.
This is conspiracy. So, like I was saying, speaking of the Level 1 Tech forums, Zach thought it was a brilliant idea to create a thread in Level 1 Techs about how that he was going to be at PAX and who was going to be at PAX. We took a lot of photos of cosplayers at the time standing next to our system because it's just kind of a trend we started doing years ago when we were doing the Intel Rig Challenge. It's just like, why not?
Yeah,
it's a cool thing to do. And
everybody's usually pretty enthusiastic about it too.
Oh yeah, like they enjoy it. Which of course you put that time and energy into a cosplay, why not?
Yeah.
So one of the cosplays was the Halo OST armor, right?
ODST.
ODST.
Yeah.
ODST. And Zach posted that in the forums, and it really didn't take too long for somebody to blow up an image in the background captioned with, "That's a big cake."
That so there's a cinnamon roll, and it was delicious. Like right after I took the, I don't remember which one of us it was took the photo, but right after that, I got a piece of that cinnamon roll. Like, you want a piece? Like, yeah.
The best part about that photo is the kid's expression. He looks so pleased.
My favorite part is you can see the hand of one of the Asus representatives just reaching into it. Like, that's the part I love.
Which I thought in my ignorance, like the first day at PAX, running our booth and within the Asus booth, that everybody wearing an ROG shirt was Asus. They contract a lot of their booths out to a company called Future, who PC Gamer, basically, right? There was this woman there that as the day went, like the time went on at the event, you could tell was like learning from having to work with young kids at PAX and like the things to do and things not to do.
The Fortnite line of nightmares.
Well, what Asus did was they had it set up to where they had like, I think 8 or 10 PCs lined up and you played in squads of 2, and they had the gaming monitor that you play on, but then they had LCD TVs on the opposite side. So for people walking by, you could see footage of the person playing. And they had to run OBS to cast the image on the TV because the monitors are 144 hertz and it's not implemented in Windows to be able to do such trickery. Kids were going in and like opening up the display settings and like modding things, and it was breaking the setup in OBS.
It was funny just watching them as you know, the people working at the booth just hopelessly stood by because it was like they just got tired of telling the kids it's like, whatever, we'll let them screw with it and we'll just reset it every time.
Right. So we went from like this lady working for Future being like laid back about it to like prepping all these kids. Like, you can't change display settings. You can't go in and do this. You can't exit the game. You can change the controls after I tell you. Do you understand? Okay, go sit down. And then she snapped on one kid because he just started a new game. Like, the line to play Fortnite was probably like an hour-and-a-half wait. And this kid got done playing, and then he just immediately started another game. And she's like, why would you do that? Why did you just start another? Did you just start another game? Why would you do that? Leave. Get out. Go.
That line never died.
No, and you have
So I mean, of course, I don't blame her for being cranky about that.
No, dude, not at all. But I mean, like, you have different kinds of people at those conventions that attend. You have the people that have done it before and like understand like the mannerisms and like the manners of being somebody that's going to see and play with new tech. And then you have people that just like don't care. They're like so rude, like of all ages. Like, and you're gonna have that anywhere. But it was just interesting to see another professional kind of react to that. I love talking to people when I go to these conventions. I like meeting new people. I like talking tech.
That was my favorite part of it too.
Yeah, I mean there were people I was like talking to for like a half hour at a time, just like shooting the shit type stuff. You know, it was really enjoyable.
Yeah. One of the guys I ended up talking to, Kaylin Sadler, just met at that event.
Yeah, one of the like the biggest modders in the industry, in my opinion, as far as like style goes. And then you have like Bob and Rob from BS Mods
on modding for like, what was it? I feel like it's 45 minutes an hour.
Wow, something
like that. Brooke can throw up the photo of the system now. Yeah, it was what is that model case? Cooler Master H500. I feel like.
What was he calling it though?
What did he call it? I'd have to check.
What
I can't remember the name of the model off the top of my head.
Case.
I just like he cut so much out of that case, and he took like pieces of acrylic that he laser cut and layered and replaced structural pieces of the case, and like he had the graphics card tilted, and I was just picking his brain on how he did everything because it was so cool to me.
So I want everybody to consider the possible option of deciding what our next modded system is going to be. Maybe we'll do a poll. Because now, like Zach and I have spoken at length personally about the kind of mod we should do, but I'm thinking maybe we should also consider making a cinnamon bun cake mod. What do you think? Every component.
I mean, that's like laser targeted at the meme culture right there.
Yeah, I'm also
everybody else in the world's like, what? Why? Okay.
I know. But again, guys, giveaway. Enter the giveaway if you haven't. One very important thing to consider with the giveaway is if you share your giveaway link and then people click on your link to join the giveaway themselves, it gives you 15 additional entries every time that happens, up to 15 times. So sharing is the game, winning the PC is the name. Hunter S. Thompson is a national treasure. You're not wrong, a Scream Holy. You are not wrong at all, and I respect you even more for saying it. Thank you. Did it win, guys? You guys should have way more supporters. I mean, we do. We did a lot. Like, that was actually like a big focus for us at PAX as part of the giveaway. We just wanted to be able to gain more of a following because, you know, what else are we doing this stuff for?
My favorite part was the fact that we didn't have to act like greasy car salesmen and grab people. They all just wandered over by themselves and were genuinely curious. Like, here's a flyer. Yeah,
like we would have, we would have people like make comments about the system and just like didn't notice like the little table stand that says we were giving away. So we just walk up and be like, hey, you know, we're giving this away, right? You are? Like, yeah, here's how you do it. The only thing we did at the end, the last day, we had like maybe 25 flyers, and I really didn't feel like packing 25 flyers away to take home.
So 25 out of 1,000. It's like, no, we're getting rid of these. I stood by the escalator. We got rid of them in like 30 seconds. Like everybody's like, what? Free PC? Yeah.
No, I said free PC. Recon Spartan, dang. And no, you do not have to pay taxes for winning the system. No. At least I don't think you do. Not through us, at least.
Depends on where you live.
Was anyone cosplaying Wendell? Zach tried. He adjusted his glasses frequently while talking.
I could never cosplay Wendell. He's too smart.
I mean, you're pretty bright yourself, Zach.
I know, but
you're humble. You and Wendell are very humble individuals in that regard. And I'll tell you what, we sent one of our avatar systems to Wendell. It was kind of for a review. Like, we always send our systems for review, but we kind of killed two birds with one stone because Wendell really wanted to make a VR video and they haven't had VR gear. So I'm like, well, how about I give you a gaming PC that's based around VR use and we give you the VR equipment to do your video? And he was like thrilled. And I could not have been happier at the way his video turned out. So Wendell, by chance you catch this video, thank you for, you know, everything you've done for us. And I cannot wait to continue working with you in the future.
Awesome working with Wendell because I've known him since before I even started this job. And it's like, it's kind of evolved into now he's a correspondent here.
So Rudu, why were they playing Fortnite out in public? It was funny. You'd see the amount of older people walking by like, hey, look at all the kids. That's exactly what I expected. Bunch of kids in a line playing Fortnite.
Yeah, it got a little annoying. It's like, yes, kids play Fortnite. Congratulations.
If you ever get to do a game show in Japan, you will see a stark difference. You mean like the game show in Japan where they set them in like a TV show setting and the whole purpose of the game is to pick up the objects on the set and bite into it to confirm whether it's food or not?
Those are my favorite. I love it when it's like you're just slowly biting into a shoe. And
Like,
it's
is
like,
this
oh,
gonna
it's
be
a shoe.
Is it really gonna be a shoe? Oh, like they have to pick up the items wanting it to be food to keep going. When you find the item that's not food, womp womp. Womp womp womp. Shabardo Queso. Looks like the uranium rod that Homer Simpson drops in the show intro. That's a pretty good comparison as far as the modded system goes.
Yeah.
That we were showing from Mod
I was
My
really
Mods.
feeling that green.
Yeah, dude, it was nice. I told that guy, I had a chance to speak to him and told him how much I appreciated his work and then said that I really appreciated the fact that his mods don't look the same. He draws different inspiration. Every mod has a different look to it because you have the people that, some people out there, they do system mods and they always have like the same thing that they do, like a calling card or something, right?
Yeah.
Divine Dragoon, Divine Dragoon, way ahead of you. Got at least 6 to 7 people to help, and you guys have had my support since I saw you do G-Try build and found out that you was in Ohio and voted for you in the stream rig stuff. Thanks, man.
Wow.
Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. I am dying over here. I need water.
Don't do that. Not yet.
Thank you to
You got
anybody
another
who
half
voted for
hour
us.
you got to live through.
Yeah, thank you to everybody who voted for us in the Extreme Rig Challenge. I did work on every single build that we did in the Extreme Rig Challenge, either a big part or a small. The first build that we did for Seattle, it was my idea. I didn't choose like the case and stuff, but we wanted to liquid cool it. And my idea was that we do something old school, which is kind of an ode to like where liquid cooling came from. And we used actual copper tube and we sweat the pipe. I cleaned it up, polished it, adhered it to the fittings using Monsoon's fittings because they had a collar design that worked with it. And yeah, I was really happy. The only downside to it was I had to like polish the copper pipe every day because it was fading. I didn't know copper
That build's
pipe did
actually what caught my attention with this company. Like I hadn't really known anything about AVADirect before.
Oh, really?
That point. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the build that caught my attention. I'm like, holy crap, this is cool. And then I found out that like a month after I found that you know, you're hiring.
Wow.
Obviously, I made it.
Yeah, dude. Sean and I actually were the ones that worked on the piping for it.
Yeah. I kind of want to revisit copper, but actually like this time bend it.
Let's do steam. Good luck. We tried that.
I know. I think you got the wrong kind of copper.
No, we went through probably about 4 to 6 different variants of copper.
I know some people that have bent copper that I'm going to be reaching out to.
Oh, good for you. Sorry.
You're doubting me. I'm like, no, Joe.
No.
I'm going to make it happen.
Van Zan 27. I would do a Borderlands case mod. May sell good with the new game coming soon. Yeah. Yeah,
I do like Borderlands.
we could.
I haven't played Borderlands since Borderlands 2, though.
If we're going to do a Borderlands theme mod, it has to be a poop train. And we need to tell everybody that we're the conductor of that poop train. No?
Not everybody's life is a meme, Joe.
Strips the flesh? Okay. I guess not. Mr. Something Basic, I need that PC to edit my trash videos for my YouTube channel. Well, salt the wound! Yeah, there's another one. Got it. And you have to pay tax at the end of the year for any prize over $400, something like that. Well, it looks like that our system just got valued at $400.
Should have thought about that ahead of time.
Whoops. You have to freeze water in the copper before you bend it. Actually, you could use rice.
I've heard people use
Or
sand,
salt.
like real fine sand, like the kind of sand you'd use in glass making.
Lacquer for pipe surface protection is your friend. Yeah. Karamia21, and welcome, by the way. Yeah, we could have sealed it, and I didn't. We were going to paint it, actually. I was going to, like, spray paint it bronze, but I couldn't find a spray paint that made it look natural. It all looked kind of weird, and I was trying to go for that natural look. I just went for it too much. We used to do in-floor radiant heating systems with all copper tube hand bent. And the copper tube was when nuts loved the paint job on that. Yeah. So as far as A-dubs goes for bending copper tube in a floor, the biggest issue we ran into was I was really picky about the look of the bends when we did it. They looked too radial. Like
they cave in more than like your acrylic or your PETG.
Yeah. I couldn't do as sharp a bends as you could do with like hardline tubing. I didn't care for it too much. Like honestly, I saw like one of the first like homemade liquid cooled systems, and a dude that used to work here in our support department, he brought in his system to upgrade it, make it modern, and it was all copper tube with like copper fittings and everything, like brass
heater
fittings.
cores and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was. They made it themselves before liquid cooling was a thing. I thought that was pretty neat. I'm going to remind everybody for the 15th time to enter our giveaway. Enter it.
It's free. Just do it.
Enter the giveaway. You have nothing to lose. Bob's your uncle.
Somebody's going to come in and say, I lost 15 seconds of my time.
Use PAX. I'll sponsor it. Done. Like, do you work for a company that provides those materials? Is that what you're saying? The link. That's how. FVJT the third. You can enter the giveaway by clicking that link. Check out our giveaway here. I'm in it. Woo! Thanks for the support, everybody. Hey, everybody. Join our giveaway. So, Zach, what are some more memorable moments from PAX East 2019? Anything stick out in your mind?
So,
the Furry Lounge. That was a good one.
There's a lounge for everything. Kind of cool. What stuck out to me was the fact that we were set up right across from PlayStation's. What was the name of that game again?
You asked me before the stream started.
Know. See, I don't do well with names.
Days Gone.
Days Gone. There we go. They had zombies just coming through the fences and scaring the crap out of people. Watch the girl fall over at one point and scream. That was hilarious.
I made a GIF. It was fun. I did a thing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was cool.
You're a real big boy now.
I'm big boy with big boy pads.
But it was cool because like some people just thought they were statuettes, I guess, or something.
No,
and then they move and they're like, holy crap.
Yeah, it was really cool. They hired actors to get up like in zombie garb and then stand behind like a portion of their booth that was displayed to look like a chain fence. And they were just like reaching out, grabbing people. And the coolest thing was like these guys were actually making very convincing zombie noises.
Yeah.
The only noises that nobody makes as a zombie, as if the zombies actually existed, is the squishy sound of the rotting flesh as they moved. Like the zombies make noise like anybody else, and they're deteriorating constantly. So until somebody does that, I'm not convinced.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, why is that important to you?
I don't know. I just go on this rant, and all you can say is, I don't know what to tell you. You sound like my brother. When I lived with him, I used to complain about everything, and he just looked at me, I don't know what to tell you.
Are you having Vietnam flashbacks?
Urambic on YouTube says, hi, guys. Great giveaway you're making. Keep up the awesome work you are doing. Cheers. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Or woman. Thank you, person. I don't want to...
Dude, man, bro.
Yeah. Dude, man, bro, sis. We're gonna keep doing more. We don't plan to stop. Like, we were really happy with the responses of doing a PC giveaway. So we're probably going to keep doing it, and I highly doubt you will ever see a non-unique PC being given away. Every single PC we give away is going to be unique in some way, shape, or form as far as modding goes.
Yeah.
That's something our competitors don't do. Like, they build liquid cooling systems that are unique because of the way the tubes are run, but that's not the same thing. No. We're just going to keep going with it because that's going to be our niche and our forte. We will build you modern quality systems at a system integrator price.
Yep.
Bet. Mic drop. Ba-dunk-a-dunk. Can you buy pre-bent copper tubes? That's a great question.
Yeah.
I know you can buy like the 45 degree and like the 90 degree angles if you're going to sweat the pipe.
Right. You can buy like little sections. I don't know if you can buy them at length.
I mean, no, I don't think you could buy them at length either, but you know, it's just the tubes, and you buy them in coils too. So like we tried using soft copper tubing, by the way, and because it was in a coil, like they usually come, straightening it out was possible, but it was a lot of work. I
feel like you could make a jig to make it easier.
Could you eventually submit your own designs? Yeah, No, like you can do that now. You know that. Like if I hadn't said that before, like if you have the way a system is designed in your head and you can provide us with some sort of drawing, basically what's going to happen is I'm going to hand that drawing over to my man Zach over here. He's going to quote labor as far as time goes. If it's really something that's a little bit tricky, we may have to like consider like we'll document our time, provide you with proof of said time, and then maybe charge accordingly. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we can do it.
Yeah, this is definitely new territory we're moving into, but I mean, I've done a few modded systems at this point.
Yes.
We're at the point now where we're ready to actually start selling these things to customers. So if you have ideas for what you want, let us know.
And thanks, you're back. He says, awesome to hear. She says, awesome to hear from you. Hear that from you, and I appreciate very much this kind of work and commitment from guys like you. Well, this is like the big reason why I like took a job for a company like AVADirect. It was in my wheelhouse. Same for Zach, and it's interesting because I remember asking Zach when he wasn't even here a year yet, like, where do you want to see yourself in a place like AVADirect? And he said, running a department that handles custom modding. And now he's like the person that builds custom mods for us. Like custom mod systems, I should say. There will be others, but Zach primarily has been the one that I've seen like actually execute, and I'm ridiculously impressed with the way his work or his heart goes into the work. And I've seen kind of the step-by-step process of how he does things, and it's like radically different from the final product. And that's when you know something's done right.
Gosh, you sure like tooting my horn.
Well, it's a nice horn. Can I see it after the show?
Ooh.
Inappropriate. It's okay. No, I want to give you credit where credit's due is all.
Much appreciated.
If you lightly heat it and soften it, it should make it easier to bend. Yeah. Well, the thing about soft copper is it's soft enough that you don't really need to heat it. We were taking like full on like hard copper pipes and trying to bend it, and you need expensive tools to do it, and it is crazy. Super crazy. Weasley says, if you build it, they will come. Actually,
that's the plan. We're building it so the people will come.
Yeah, that actually was in my signature when I first started working for AVADirect, and I was present on forums. It was, if you build it, they will come. Because I couldn't think of anything else. I was like 19, sitting on forums like, hey guys, I have knowledge.
Look at me. This is deep.
Hey guys,
I understand life.
Guys, I have knowledge. Look at my PC knowledge. I got my bookshelf over here.
Your Lamborghini.
My Lamborghini. Hollywood Hills. My knowledge. Knowledge. What are you doing? What is this? I just see pictures of decks.
Are we building a deck now?
A-Dubs just sent me a link to Menards. Ouch, Menards! Sorry, had to do it. Half-inch tube bending spring. A tube bending spring? Okay, is that for soft tubing? That's so you pop...
So is that like an insert?
That's 99 cents. Everyday low price, $2.99. Sale price, 99%. Well, then you're a liar, Menards. It's not an everyday low price. If your sales price trumps it.
They don't even know what's going on.
What? And then it's 69 cents on that page. Oh, because it's 3/8 of an inch, not half inch. Tube bending springs are a sham.
Are those like one-time use? Because that's cheap.
A-Dub says it keeps it from kinking too hard for copper. AimAwayMessage.com. Shaberto Queso. That's pretty good. I forgot about the away messages at AIM. I'm kind of glad that we don't use that kind of tech to communicate, because my away messages would be everything but appropriate. I'm just being honest. You take it for what it is, but it just wouldn't be. Certainly couldn't use it for work. Yeah. So, I was pretty sad to find out after PAX was over that if you went to the Borderlands 3 reveal, they gave some people the special edition for free.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, GameStop, like, I really wanted to get
it's funny
Casey the special edition through GameStop for PC, and they're sold out already.
Funny, we ran into a person at the airport as we were leaving that was, like, the last person to get a copy, because I guess they ran out, and there was, like, 3 more people that were there at the reveal.
Oh, man, no, and it was so hilarious. It was this woman. She's like, I was the last person in the line, and I felt so bad. And I'm like, man, imagine looking at the person next to you and going, sorry. And she's like, it was my husband. Like, oh, that doesn't matter.
I was sorry, but not sorry enough to give up my copy. Basically what it boiled down to.
Well, dude, I mean, Casey would have done the same thing. Is what it is. I can't get mad at her for it. I'd be proud.
I'm a gamer first and kind second.
Isn't that usually how it works now in 2019?
Yeah.
It's funny, too, because if you look at some of like the reports of people review bombing Borderlands 1 and 2 on Steam because it's a 6-month exclusive on the Epic Store, you should see some of the responses to the posts from people. Like, gamers complain about their image and then they go and do things like this. I'm like, yeah, gaming culture now is...
It's very toxic. It's toxic at both ends.
It's different than what it was when I was a kid, dude. Gaming culture was like we're all in this together now.
Well, it's all been spurred by predatory practices from businesses, and now everybody's salty about everything. So anytime anybody does anything that's slightly out of line, everybody blows up because everybody's,
I bet.
They're sick of the state of things.
Divine Dragoon says that I play WoW, and a guildmate is like a regional manager for GameStop, and the amount of free shut managers get is nuts. I mean, it makes sense, especially because you need to be like ahead of things. You need to be like know your product. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of companies I work for that did that too, like Hollywood Video. They'd let you rent movies 2 weeks before they were released. No games though, because they were see you next Tuesdays. And when I worked in fast food, they made us try the food before we sold it so we could like tell people how great it was. I just remember when they started selling the peanut butter shake, the Reese's peanut butter cup shake, I used to go back into the freezer randomly and just scoop like a Dixie cup full of like the crushed up Reese's cup. And I'd eat it all the time. There's nothing anyone could do about it.
Getting paid minimum wage, may as well get some benefits.
Or I would just have a perpetual cheese cup, and I would just always grab like the juiciest of curly fries and just dip the whole thing in one cheese cup and use one cheese cup per curly fry. And I would just do it all day. Joe shows his age saying he worked for Hollywood Video. Yeah, I'm old as hell, man. I feel it. There's still one.
Matter of fact, he's gonna limp away from his chair when he gets up because his.
You stop it! Wow, and I just yelled at you in the "Get Off My Lawn" voice. Family Video Master Race. Those still exist. And so do the back rooms. So daddies have things to do when they take their kids there.
The back room? I'm sorry, what?
Zach, did your dad ever take you to a video store and he was around next minute and then you turn around and he just disappears and then you find him again?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, just me then. Like, where'd my dad go? This is a small store. I should be able to see him. Oh, well, I'm going to keep looking at video games. Oh, Dad, there you are. Yup.
Oh, my gosh. Yes,
True
Blockbuster.
story.
I miss Blockbuster.
There's still one Blockbuster that exists in Oregon. Do you know that? It's the last remaining Blockbuster. Check out their Twitter. It's hysterical.
I miss having one down the street from my house, though, because I had the unlimited Game Pass back when I actually owned a console and would just get a new game every other day.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
I'm glad that we can all come together in agreement that I'm showing my age. Really.
We're all getting old.
I know. Ban loot boxes. Certain countries have because it's a form of gambling to them, and gambling's illegal.
Belgium did, didn't they? Or
the Dutch. As long as they don't do anything to their waffles, I'm okay with this. You look so amused, Zach.
I'm just thinking about waffles now.
Okay, so I've been awarded the last Blockbuster Twitter feed page, and I can't read any of the text though. Can we make it a little bit bigger? Okay. Sure, the library has cheaper rentals, but we have less homeless men exposing themselves, so weigh your options. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
I need to follow this.
The crows are back. We don't mind if you have negative thoughts about us. All we ask is that you don't verbalize those thoughts.
You don't have something nice to say. Keep it to yourself.
Oh, they curse on this page. Scroll up. Scroll up. They're cursing. Ev it. We're getting a cactus. The bathroom light is out, so if you need... Go back. The bathroom light is out, so if you need to whiz, just ask for the bathroom flashlight at the register. If you ever wanted to see a British person, there's one browsing the dramas right now. Our Oscars party tonight is sadly not open to the public, but if you want to watch with us from outside the store, that's fine. Here's one. Help.
It all says help.
Okay, seriously, if you guys haven't laughed like really hard in a good time, go to the last Blockbuster Twitter page. Follow it even. Oh, and enter our giveaway. Enter it.
That'll really put a smile on your face.
Is this approaching TMI? No.
Maybe.
No, it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Who cares?
Belgian Abnor on YouTube says, hey guys, hey! That's not Belgium, is it? It's Beghelem Abdenur.
Belghalem.
Belgalem Abdenur.
Abdenur.
Belgalem Abdenur. Hey guys. Terrible. Ese Sanamina, por favor, sí. Did they film Captain Marvel there?
Was it that bad?
I heard Shazam was pretty neat. You want to go see Shazam? For some reason, it reminds me of that movie with Shaquille O'Neal in the 90s where he's a genie and his name is like Shazam.
I don't remember. I'm not a movie buff like you are. I'm sorry.
I know you're not. That's why I wanted to suffocate myself with my own hotel pillow when we put on Happy Gilmore. And you're like, oh, I've never seen this.
What? I said I had seen that a few times. It was the other movie with it had Tom Hanks and I don't know. He was like a death row dude.
A few times is just as bad as never seeing it. At this point, you should have seen at least a dozen.
Okay, well,
The Green Mile. Zach had never seen The Green Mile, and I had to open up to him emotionally and say, this is the first movie I cried to.
I was like, neat.
You're like,
That's deep, Joe.
Bruh. So deep.
I'm going to eat Starburst while we watch this. Just quiet down about your crying.
Rudu knew the movie before I even said it. Green Mile.
Yep.
How has he not seen it? Dude, I don't know, right?
I don't watch movies.
That was the first movie that made me feel like crying. The movie was okay because I'm in touch with the emotions. No, but like for real, ever since I had kids, if I see like little kids in video games or movies like under stress or get hurt, I start to tear up. Like the scene in Resident Evil 2 when you see the shop owner's daughter and she's a zombie, like I started getting teary-eyed. Like that would be such a horrible situation to be in real life. To watch like your child undergo that transformation. Tsuyo, here I'm, with me and my Twitch nickname, Abnor. It's pretty hard to spell, so yeah. Toshio. Hello. How are you? Yeah. Didn't know you had multiple handles. Millennials, you have no souls. Why did I sing that?
I don't know. You're trying to put some soul into it.
If we get 500 likes on this video, on this live stream, the next live stream, I will sing everything that I say. They have to be organic likes, though. They can't be somebody just spamming the like button.
You realize some of the people in our audience can just arrange that, right?
500 likes. If this video gets 500 likes.
I can't wait to see you sing for everyone.
AVADirect Live, the musical! There's just a snippet. I'm doing good, Shio. Thanks. I hope you're doing well. No auto-tune. I didn't say auto-tune. What if I'm a millennial and a ginger? Well, then you're a hybrid. Half-blood. I'm just going to call you half-blood. Because why not?
What they call them in Harry Potter? Like
Muckbloods. Mudbloods?
Mudblood. Yeah. You're a mudblood.
Yeah, and you're a Marklar. You, sir, are a friggin' Mookie Blaylock.
No, I'm a meat popsicle.
Never gets old. No, where's Weasley? He's here. CJ Jacobs laughing out loud at hybrid. My Marklar has too much Marklar. Marklar, you're Marklar. Marklar?
Lucky you, we have fellow movie buffs in the audience.
You know. A-Dubs Palace, Multipass. A-Dubs TV, Multipass. Multipass. Jaja Hamas. You know what movie that's from?
It's from...
Get Out.
I can't remember the name.
Get Out.
It's got the chick with the crazy orange hair.
The chick. Who was the actor? Do you know who the actor was? You know actor names?
Whoever the guy was in Die Hard. I'm going to give you a stroke.
You're going to give yourself a stroke at the amount like hazing you're gonna get online
I feel like his name's Mel.
from everybody.
Mel something.
Who's the actor from The Fifth Element? Mel Hanks is his name. Is that what it is? No. What's his name? Oh no, that's right. It's a Bruce Tucker.
Just quoted Meat
Tucker.
Popsicle doesn't know the movie. I'm done. Well, it's because he won't stop making Meat Popsicle, so now it's just a meme.
What?
It's just a meme.
I won't stop making meat popsicles.
You won't stop saying Meat Hey Joe, want to make some meat popsicles?
I'm gonna come home from work today and like, Daddy, what are we having dinner? Daddy's making meat popsicles.
It's nutritious and delicious.
Oh my god! But A-Dubs is wrong. Just quoted meat popsicle. Doesn't know the movie. I quit. Bruce Tim. His name's Bruce Tim, guys.
Bruce Willis.
Yes.
All right.
I feel like we needed to have like an applause wave file ready to
It's
go.
an applause of shame if there ever was one.
You're gonna take the walk of shame to friggin' Family Video and rent it and watch it. Go in the room where nobody knows where you're at. Just saying. Mel Gibson. Super Green. Yep. Carbon Dallas. Right? Fifth and Fiddle. Yeah. 500 likes and I'll sing, guys. I'll sing the whole live stream, everything I say.
I can't wait.
If it happens. I said no click spam, like no like spam, like somebody that's, liking it 250 times over.
They're just going to hire a small team in China of actual
China.
humans. Actual humans from the China.
From the China.
That are going to like the video.
I will outsource you to the China. Do you understand?
The China
The China.
will make you sing.
If I sing, I'm going to dress up as the blue alien chick. What?
Which one? There's lots of blue alien chicks.
I think
Talking about the Fifth Element again?
Yes. The one that has all of the stones inside her. And I don't mean kidney stones.
That's what I have inside of me. Now are we at TMI?
Who's excited for Halo PC? I am. Especially after I've been waiting for keyboard mouse support in the Xbox One just for them to release Master Chief PC. And Shaberto, okay, so WWF Superstar China will make you sing. Yeah, but if I sang like her, I'd be like this. Oh, say, can you meet Popsicle? By the Donderly Tim Willis. Enter our giveaway, kids. Giveaway, enter it. Your fingers, prepare them. Giveaway. Remember, kids, it's Master Chief, not Master Chef. This is exactly why I love doing
All
the
I
stream.
can think of now is Master Chief running around with a 99 cooking cape from RuneScape.
Somebody meme it quick. Somebody meme the Master Chef. As our stream draws to a close, our streams are from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time again. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Like, seriously, I'm not just saying this out of obligation, but you guys are the reason why I actually enjoy doing the stream.
Yeah.
If we do a stream and there's nobody to talk to that doesn't work at AVADirect, I get into a deep depression, and then I go home and I eat an entire bag of Twizzlers to myself. So if you can,
And he doesn't share.
No. If you cannot have me do that, that'd be great. I really hope to see you all next week at, again, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any ideas for topics or things you want us to do on stream, feel free to send us a message.
We love input. Yeah.
We do love input. Zach loves input, but in a different context, and that's his private life. So needs input, needs more input. So yeah, thanks again. Again, join the giveaway. Join it. Several times. Have your family, have your friends, have your dog, have your cat.
And good luck.
Nothing against your cat or your dog winning the PC if you go under their alias. So just saying.
As long as it's legal wherever you live to have your dog or cat win something, then we have no problem with it either.
Zero whatsoever. Again, thanks for joining us, guys, and we hope you have a kick-ass weekend.
Take care, everybody.